So Monday Night Football, big AFC North game. Ravens, Browns. Super important for both teams for different reasons. Browns currently a wild card team, but the way the Steelers have been playing, they've actually been coming back. They've lost 2 in a row, so now the Browns not only have a chance to get a wild card, but they have a chance to potentially, especially having to play the Steelers again, to potentially overtake them and win the AFC North. So that's why this game was important for them. The Baltimore Ravens currently are on the outside looking in. They came into Monday night 7-5. They needed a win. They could not go to 7-6 because the AFC has a lot of good teams. So even with that extra wild card team, I think the 7th seed currently after Sunday going into this game was the Miami Dolphins at 8-5. So this was a big one. This was definitely a big one for both teams for different reasons. But it came out. So the first half, early on, but neither quarterback, both of them, did not look great by definition of what a quarterback is supposed to do, which is throw the football. Baker Mayfield did not look good. Lamar Jackson did not look good. Lamar Jackson looked very good running the ball. I think he had 120 yards rushing in the first half, and he is quite the problem when he gets into the open field, because I've said it for a long time. Lamar Jackson is special running the football. His agility, his lateral quickness, his ability to just plant and change directions it's like top end running back stuff. He is Barry Sanders playing the quarterback position, in my opinion. Just watching him carry the ball is way better than watching him throw the football. But so they're up. So the game's going on. The Ravens get up 2 scores thanks to a Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's been playing very, very well. I was harsh for him. I put a video pop up here that I said if I was the Browns, I wouldn't pay Baker Mayfield. I don't think he's the guy, especially when you pay him what he's probably going to want, which is $35 million. You're going to have to take away some other pieces. You're probably not going to be able to have 2 guys who were very important early on to keep this game where it was. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, definitely 2 top 10 running backs in the NFL. You're not going to be able to have 2 of those guys. You're not going to be able to have Odell and Jarvis, who are both, $10 million plus receivers. And actually, at this point, the Browns look much better without Odell. But Baker Mayfield, so early on, it was the rushing attack for the Browns keeping them in it. Baker Mayfield threw a very poor interception, a ball that he thought he could fit in, but it just wasn't a right decision. The Ravens took it down to the 1, ended up scoring, so that's how they go up 2. The Browns come back. Baker starts to get hot. Halfway through the 3rd, Baker turned it on. He went from first half looking like NFL Baker Mayfield of last year, awful, just not good, to last, quarter and a half. He looked like Oklahoma Baker Mayfield. He looked very confident, very calm, very accurate, super accurate. That was his big thing at Oklahoma, very accurate, and he was on the run. He looked very good down the stretch. At one point, Lamar Jackson left the game. He just left. They reported that he went to the locker room. I got an alert on my phone that it was cramps. I don't know if that meant he had to take a shit. But he was out. Trace McSorley came in for a drive when they were up. I think at that point the Browns were down a score. So the Browns scored, Kareem Hunt. They cut it to 1 score. McSorley comes on the field, goes 3 and out. Not his fault. On 3rd and 10 or 3rd and long, whatever it was, he threw a nice out route to Marquise Brown, who apparently can't catch the ball with his hands. He tried to catch it with his body and just dropped it. Apparently he had 3 drops on the guy. I wasn't really paying that close of attention. Apparently he had 3 drops. So that's not Antonio Brown-esque. So Hollywood Brown is clearly not the wide receiver that his cousin is. But so that was McSorley's first drive. You figure maybe, Lamar wipes, gets done taking care of what he's got to take care of. You figure the next series he'd be out there, but no, he wasn't. Trace McSorley comes out again after After the Browns, they actually went for 2 when they scored that first touchdown, so they cut it to 6. So when they scored the tying touchdown, they were actually, the extra point put them up a point. Trace McSorley comes in. He's actually not doing that bad. He got the first down. The offense seemed like it was rolling. He gets into like a there was like a 3rd and 3, and he went. It was an RPO. He goes, and something gives out. I don't know if it's just leg gave out. It looked like his right leg came out from underneath him. I don't know if it was like a hamstring thing. He went down. He was grabbing his knee. That didn't look good. But I'm not sure it was going to be anything serious. But they didn't have another quarterback active, so they go to a TV timeout, and what do you know? Here comes Lamar jogging onto the field, and his first play, he comes in, 4th and 5, down a point, with you either get the first down or the game's probably over, and he gets it. And for some reason, the Browns thought it would be a great idea to just all-out blitz. I'm pretty sure they had 7 or 8 guys just blitz right up the middle. So as soon as Lamar got it, he just rolled out to the right. Could have easily run for the first down. I think he had J.K. Dobbins as his lead blocker. And then at the last minute, I see him cocking back, and again, he was very inaccurate today. So I'm like, oh, please don't do this. This ain't going to be good. And he just drops one, and Hollywood Brown finally learned how to catch the ball, and he caught it and took it to the house. So the Ravens went up. They went up a touchdown. They got the 2 points to go up 7. And Baker gets it with a minute 20 left in the game. Baker just boom, 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 drives him down the field within 30 seconds. Kareem Hunt made a great play on Marlon Humphreys to score the touchdown. But Baker drove him right down. Baker looked very good on this drive. That tied it up. Looked like he was going to send it to overtime, but nope. Lamar gets it with a minute left. I think it's three passes. And they're in Justin Tucker field goal range. Justin Tucker bangs one through from 55. Ravens go ahead. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now this is where it gets interesting. So if you bet on this game, the Browns, last time I saw the odds, were a 3-point underdog at home. So Browns +3 at this point after Justin Tucker kicks the go-ahead field goal. It is 45-42. So if you bet on the Browns, you're pushing. Bet on the Ravens, you're pushing. No one wins, but no one loses. But there's still 2 seconds left, so they onside, or they squib it. And, now it's the Browns. They're going to do... so actually, they squib kick, ball goes out. They start at the 25, wherever the hell they start, and they're going to start doing laterals and this and that. And it was going on for maybe 15 seconds, and finally someone chucked the ball, and it went out of the back of the end zone for a safety. So now if you were a bettor and you bet the Browns +3, you actually lost. And if you bet the Ravens -3, you actually won. So, not great for the people who bet the Browns, great for the people who bet the Ravens. Everyone thought that they were just not going to win money, but they weren't going to lose money. And it was some crazy turn of events. Ravens keep their hopes alive. Playoffs, 47-42 victory. Lamar looked great down the stretch when he came back after taking his poop. Baker Mayfield sucked to start the game, looked great at the end. And it seems like all these really good rushing teams are in the AFC. Your Ravens, your Titans, your Browns, definitely up. Your Colts, recently, not the whole year, but recently, the Colts. All these great rushing teams are in the AFC. NFC literally has none of them. No great rushing team, so that's kind of weird. But Ravens, I don't think they jumped into the wild card, but at least they kept pace with the Dolphins, who I believe have to play the Saints. Maybe not. I don't know. But the Ravens keep their hopes alive, and now pretty much that was probably the nail in the coffin for the Browns to win the AFC North. But it was a great game, easily the best game I've seen this year, probably the best game that's been played this year. Just so happened to be on Monday night, division rivalry. It's always great when you get two division teams together, and this one did not disappoint.